Greetings, fellow gamers. This is my first Let's Play. Decided to go with an oldie but a goodie that I really enjoy from my childhood. This is one of my favorite games. Can't really say much else about it other than the fact that, people ask me why am I picking Mega Man 2 as opposed to Mega Man 1. Because, well, Mega Man 1's a lot harder, and I die a lot, and you guys might not enjoy the Let's Play as much. Mega Man 2 I'm a little bit better at. And it's pretty much one of my favorite games of all time. As far as like NES goes, maybe The Legend of Zelda sits a little bit above it, but it's pretty close as far as games that I like go. Alright guys, here we go. Oh yeah, Mega Man 2. Alright, just look at that screen. I mean, you got Mega Man with his hair waving in the wind. I mean, he is ready to fight. Alright, anyway, so you notice we have a normal and a difficult setting. Just so you guys know that in Japan, the difficult setting was actually the default setting. They didn't have a normal setting. Apparently, the Japanese think that, US gamers are soft, so they gave us a little bit of an easier way to go. But I'm going to play it a little bit more difficult, and we're going to go straight into the difficult setting. Alright, we're going to get started here. Alright, one of the things you'll notice, first thing, if you guys aren't familiar with the Mega Man game, is that you'll go into a screen where you get to select which level you go to, and at the end of each level there is a boss. And as far as these bosses go, you will get their weapon at the end of the fight if you defeat them and defeat the level. Basically, it's kind of a strategic thing. Each boss's weapon is going to be strong against another boss. But first off, we're going to go with Metal Man just because he's a little bit easier to beat with just the regular default Mega Buster, and he has the best weapon in the game anyway, basically breaks the game, so we're going to go that way. Alright, you'll notice this little E-tank over here, that's an energy tank. You want to hang on to those. Those are going to refill your life. If you ever run low on energy, you can use them when you're, for instance, if you're fighting a boss or something like that, you can carry up to 4 of them at a time, and you can use them whenever you want. And they're going to come in super handy. Oh yes, the lovely sprite flicker. You'll notice that in these games when you get into a scene where there's a lot of stuff on the screen moving, it'll slow things down and cause a lot of flicker. It's kind of a nostalgia thing for me just to see that and enjoy it. Alright, those little black dots, those will refill your health. There'll be some little blue things there. Those won't do anything until you have weapons. Those will refill your weapon energy. You'll notice that these enemies take a lot more hits in the difficult mode than they do in the normal mode if you ever played this game. Same goes for bosses. Everything takes about twice as much to kill it as it did in the original. In the normal mode on here. I used to always think that those little blocks on the ceiling and on the bottom looked like TVs. Really? Okay. It's alright, you guys can laugh at me when I make stupid mistakes. It's probably going to happen pretty often. The A button is for jump. You kind of have to go it slow on this. If you try and go guns blazing in these with these drills, they will end you. The funny thing is once you have the metal blade, you can tear these things apart in about 1 or 2 hits. And it'll also pass through them and hit others. So you'll kill several of them in one shot. Which is uber nice. Alright. Now, I'm going to shut up so we can try this again. There we go. Alright. Now you notice that free life up there, that's what that is anyway. I can't get to it unless I had a separate item, which isn't going to help me in this cause anyway, because I don't have that separate item. Which is too bad, because I just wasted a life by not shutting up and falling down a hole. Now some of these enemies in this game, you'll notice they'll do some different things in the difficult mode when you hit them once or twice. Particularly these guys here, they do that stupid thing. In the normal mode, 1 hit kills them, so they don't do the little, that thing. Alright, so there's an energy tank down there. I mean, you could probably try and jump down there, but I don't really feel suicidal, so I'm just gonna jump the cliff. Alright, those guys right there, no weapon that I have will kill them right now, so you just kinda have to avoid them. Alright, so this means we're at the boss. Alright, now normally in this room, this is where you'd want to switch to a weapon that's going to be, like, you know, effective against the boss, which obviously I don't have a different weapon, so Mega Buster it's going to be. I'm probably going to die on this first time around just because of the fact that he does take quite a few hits and my health is pretty well diminished, and I don't want to waste an energy tank when I have half of my original health left, so we'll try it out the first time. Maybe we'll get lucky. Or not. Nope. Nope. Hey, you know what? I got through half of them, alright? Alright. Nah, we're playing for real this time. Alright, you also notice that he won't do anything until you shoot at him first. He's kind of different like that. You won't get it so easy on other bosses. They'll just go at you guns blazing. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I may not have to use that energy tank after all. Oh, no I didn't. How about that? Alright, you'll get transported out of the level. Go into this little screen here, and you're gonna get your weapon from him, which is the metal blade. Which now this game is pretty much almost like much easier once you have the metal blade. It shoots in all 8 directions. It uses hardly any weapon energy as far as, like, you know, each time you shoot it. Some weapons will take a lot of weapon energy whenever you shoot it once, whereas this, you can shoot it tons of times and you're probably never going to run out of it. Okay, so you're not a weapon now. You kind of have to use your judgment as to what weapons are going to work against what bosses. I mean, one way to think about it is, like, you know, things like rock, paper, scissors. You know, rock beats paper, or, I mean, well, rocks beat scissors and scissors beats paper. But, anyway, but, like, so, like, water would beat fire, fire would beat ice, or, you know, fire would burn wood, I mean, it's thought. But, in this case, metal blades will work either against Woodman or Bubbleman. They don't work as well against Woodman as they do Bubbleman, so we're going for Bubbleman. You can kind of get an idea that Bubbleman is going to kind of have a little bit of a water theme going on here. Anyway, let's switch to those metal blades and I'll show you just how beautiful these things really are. You gotta be careful with these platforms here, because they fall when you jump on them. Oh yeah. Alright, so you'll get down here and you'll meet up with these guys. Yeah, you'll notice that I'm just constantly picking up refills to heal this thing. Alright, now we're actually going in the water. Now one thing you'll notice is once you get in the water, your jumps are going to be a lot higher. They're about twice as high based on what, so the physics are a little bit different, so you got to be a little bit more careful under the water. And no, you don't run out of air or anything like that. I mean, Megaman's a robot, so he's obviously not going to have to run on oxygen. Anyway, you notice those little balls with spikes on them. Okay, well, you touch those, you die. So you gotta watch how you jump around here, because if you jump too high, it is real easy to hit those. See, this right here, this is what I'm talking about with the metal blades. It makes things way easier taking care of these guys. You'll notice that it passes through them also once you kill someone with it, as opposed to the Mega Buster. So you'll be able to hit multiple enemies sometimes with one blade, which is really nice. Alright. Middle of these. Oh yeah. I do have to say that one of my favorite things about this game is the soundtrack. It's probably the best NES soundtrack as far as games go. There might be some tunes from other games that I might think are like better, but as far as an overall soundtrack goes, Mega Man 2 pretty much tops it. Time things a little carefully here. Alright. Now, you'll notice just right now when I'm going to get ready to fight him, bosses are pretty much easy as can be once you have their weakness. You pretty much have them in the palm of your hand. Like here. That took nothing. There are some bosses that are like almost a 1 or 2 hit kill. Actually, they're a 1 hit kill in the normal mode, and they're a 2 hit kill in the difficult mode, or the default Japanese mode, I suppose. Alright, on we go. Alright, so Bubble Man, it was a water level. You have water bubbles. Obviously, you're gonna think, water puts out fire. He-Man it is. This is where the difficulty ramps itself up a little bit as far as level structure goes, too. Be honest, if I was gonna pinpoint the most difficult level outside of Dr. Wily's castle after you beat the bosses, this is probably it. Maybe Airman, but even then, probably not. Notice these little metal floating hamburger guys are a real pain in the butt, too. It's almost essential to have metal blades in this level or you're going to have a problem. Oh yeah, if you touch the fire, that's an instant kill. I know in some games, lava will do health damage as opposed to kill you, but here in the Megaman, yeah, you're dead. Oh, come on now. Alright, here we go. Alright, Bubble Lit will actually kill these guys, but I usually kind of just ignore them just because they're not even worth killing. Alright, here we go, guys. The most annoying thing in the Mega Man series. These stupid disappearing blocks. You have to learn their pattern exactly. Especially because in some parts, there's a bottomless pit or some lava underneath you, and if you miss a jump, you're dead. Alright, I make no promises in this section. There'll probably be a life or two lost. How about that? Alright, here comes the fun one. Yeah, let's just put my default weapon back on for now. See, and there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes they don't pop up like you would expect them to. The lucky part is I'm not at the point where... Oh, come on. Alright. There we go. Oh, get up there. There we go. Alright, now it's just... every second. Just make a jump. Oh, come on! Game over. Alright, we'll continue. Guess we're starting this level over again, guys. Now, one thing you can do here is you can totally just mac on these enemies for about 5 minutes and rack up on lives too if you ever feel so compelled. They're not super generous with the extra lives, but every once in a while you'll get one. Oh, nope, see that? I didn't jump because I knew better. That's one more generous thing about Mega Man as opposed to some others. If you make a decision to jump in one direction, for instance in Castlevania, you're going that direction, you aren't backing out of it. You can't change your direction to jump mid-jump. Which I guess is more realistic, you know, I can't decide to make my jump go backwards in the middle of my jump in real life. Would be kinda cool. And jump. Alright. There we go. Alright. Nope. Perfect. Alright, here comes the fun one. Let's try this again, guys. Ah, come on! Nope. Well, I got that last part down to a science. Alright. Third time, right guys? This'll work. Yeah, that's right. I'm smarter than you now. Alright. Boss time. Let's get out my bubble lead here. Boss time. Alright. Oh, snap. Okay. There we go. Thought for a second I was going to have a problem. Alright. Time to get another weapon here. Good old atomic fire. Oh, what's this? Message from Dr. Light. More items? How about that? Anyway, as you notice, you're going to get item 1 here. Basically, it's a little platform copter thing you can lay down and get to higher spots, get some different items and things, and it'll help. There's a particular boss that it's going to help with later down the line in the game. At any rate, I'm going to cut it off at this point. Thanks for watching, guys. Really enjoyed having you guys here doing this with me. And hopefully you'll watch with me and as we finish out some Mega Man 2.